some shiny brights. Or a shiny bright box. size.
Those heaters in here.
Yes, ma'am. They're all over the house. Oh, that might be dehumidifier. Well, it says cool blast. Might be an air conditioner or dehumidifier.
Welcome back to South Georgia Home. We're fighting for light. I've got the ring light and all, trying to get some light in here because it is a dreary, dreary day here in South Georgia. It's cold. That storm, the winter storm that was supposed to be coming from the Midwest to the East Coast, sweeping across, is hitting mostly north and central Georgia. We'll get some temperatures, maybe get some rain out of it, but we're not expecting to get the sleet and the black ice and the snow. Not to say we haven't had snow here in the past. We have. It's been a few years. And it is one of those things, if you ever see snow, you stop whatever you're doing and go outside and look at it because it's not something that you see every day. But we have had snow, but we're not anticipating it with this go round. So I went to an estate sale today. Jason went to work. He didn't have to, but he was putting in some overtime, so he went to work. I went to the estate sale down in Marianna. And I hit the Goodwill, which I got something at the Goodwill, and I hit the Habitat for Humanity thrift store. I didn't get anything there. That's like the second time I've walked in and walked right back out with nothing. And of course, the Walmart. I had to go to Walmart. So, and I got something I got to tell you about that came off Amazon that came in today. Anyway, we'll go along with the estate sale. Now, I ear hustled a little bit the lady that was conducting the sale. And this is, I think, the first time I've ever been to their estate sale, one that they've put on. Very nice people, reasonable prices. I saw in their pictures, there was a couple of things like swung vases. They had two. There was one that was a small blue one. I think they had $30 on that one. And then there was one in the pictures that looked bigger. I don't know who took the pictures, but they did a great job. They should work for a real estate company because I have a huge one that I bought in an estate sale years ago for like $10. But swung vases are not something that I collect per se. This one was Amberina. The one that I have is the bittersweet. That's the orange that goes into the yellow, almost a milky orange and yellow. But this one would be Amberina, which was the yellow and red mixed color in the glass. It was reasonably sized, but I think they wanted $40 for that one. I wasn't interested in collecting it, just selling it, and I didn't know how much of a profit I can make off of $40. Now, if you are a collector, I think $40 is a pretty dang good price for those mid-century modern swung vases. Just didn't, I wanted to see it. It was there, but I didn't buy it. I also wanted to see, there was a juicer, an old aluminum juicer. The paint was coming off. It was there. It was $15 out in the shed, and the $15 didn't stop me from buying it. It was just, I didn't think I could use it safely. I didn't know, there's lead in the paint or there's rust in the machinery part, because it was just a handle that you crank, lets this thing down, squeezes your orange half, and then the juice comes out the bottom. But I didn't really know if I could use it safely. And then I thought, what would I do with it? Where would I store it? And it's not really going to fit in with some of my decor, so I just left it for someone else who probably had a better understanding of what they could do with it. And then there was a salt cellar, and you saw me pick it up in the video. If you watched the shop along part, I picked it up, and it still had its little shovel or scoop hanging off the handle. Complete set, but it was $10. And again, I didn't put it down just because of the price. It was something I collected, and I thought it would fit in with what I have. I would have been more than happy to pick it up for $10. But then I thought, what would I do with it? So I left it. I went and saw all the things I wanted to see and left them. But I did bring a few things home with me. And we'll start with what I found in the shed. Just making sure I haven't gotten rid of anything yet. This was out in the shed. It is a Sewing Notions kit. It was $3. And it is full. I buy this stuff, and I always tell people this for my husband because he's a sewer. And he truly is. I don't have any patience for it. There's another. And then on the bottom, there's more like zippers. and seam binding that's still in the package in the bottom of it. But $3 I thought was a great price, especially if you use this kind of stuff. But for me, I have one of these. I don't think it's quite as big as this one. I like the look of it, looking like a basket. But the one that I have, it doesn't have the guts. It doesn't have the layers in it. But I use it to hold my seeds, my seed packets. Seeds that I might have saved off of plants last year, or seed packets that I bought from the seed companies and I have some left over, or seed that I might have already purchased from the seed companies, which I probably need to go in because I want to grow a few more flowers this year. Start seeds on a few more flowers. So that's where I keep my seeds, is up in the top of our pantry in a Sewing Notions kit. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. I really don't want to get rid of the insides of it, but we'll see. We'll wait on Jace and see what he says. Anyway, out in the shed also was this. She probably thought I was crazy picking up this whisk broom, but she only charged me $1 for it. You see, it's in good shape. It's been used. It looks like well in its life. So, what's the other thing I picked up in the shed? This. This was out there, and I think this is part of it, but not all of it. A garden flag holder, but it came with it, so I said, why not just pick it all up? I think somebody there was a former Marine, because this was not the only Marine memorabilia. There was some more in the house, but Marine Corps. My husband, of course, former Marine. You have to say former Marine. You can't say ex-Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. If you say ex-Marine, crayon eaters get a little touchy. And I say that in good humor. My husband, I never knew Marines. There was a joke about crayon eaters amongst the Marines. My nephew, who was in the Navy, started picking up my husband one night, and I was like, what is that got to do with Marines crayon eaters? And so Jason told me some story about, anyway, from now, every now and again when I want to get his goat, I'll call him a crayon eater. But it's all done in good fun. I really don't abuse him. This, when you walked in off the garage, and that was where their holding tables were, into the back porch, there was a laundry room and there was a cupboard. I don't know if they even went through that stuff or they just stuck a sign that said $1 for everything, $1 for each thing in here. Now, I bought I did buy all 3 of these. This one broke when I got home. I dropped it and the back came off. But it is the chain. I don't know. I think you find these in like the ceiling fans or the chandelier sections. Or maybe they're in the garden section for your pots. I don't know. But there was 3 of them. I got all 3 because I thought around here we'll use them for something. This was also in there in the cupboard. Now, I don't know if this came for something for knitting. It does have holes for you to screw it into a wall. And it has these buffers so it doesn't hurt your wall or it doesn't touch the wall. But I thought you can hang anyway. It's small, so you can put it in a little corner. And you can hang anything on it. So, I picked that up for $1. And these are poppies, I think. Red poppies. They are candle wreaths. You can see, put your candle through there. They are pretty, but I don't know if I'll use them. But they were only $1. So I thought, while I make up my mind, I'll go ahead and pick them up. This, if you saw the shop along, when I went down into the back porch, I wasn't prepared for the Christmas. I didn't know if there was Christmas. I didn't see it in any of the pictures on their website. But they had some, and you heard me say, ooh, Shiny Bright. Now, it wasn't Shiny Brights. It was just the box. As you can see, the ones inside of it are not in great shape. There's only one that's actually complete. It has its thing, and it does say just made in USA. It doesn't say Shiny Bright. But that's the only one that's complete. The rest of them are not. And they are in another box. But to cover them up, they use this Shiny Bright box. And this plastic is in really good shape. If it's cellophane or plastic, I don't know if it's in really good shape. I need to clean it up. It was $2. So I was happy to pay $2 just to get this part. And you can see the original price tag, $1.19. So I like that for $2. I think I'm being invaded. I think Jace just came in. So, and the last thing. I didn't even know what this was. I had to Google Lens it. It was $10. It was the most expensive thing that I picked up. But I thought, it's cool, but I don't know how it works. It's called VPO-Ad or YPO-Ad. I'm not quite sure. It looks like it's brass. Not sure. But I don't know how it works. But it's supposed to be an adding machine. A pocket add machine. The guy who was there, I kind of ear hustled. The lady who was putting it on was talking to someone else. She said that he was retired from the school system. He passed away. He was in his 90s and he passed away. So I'm guessing, you know, it's him being in the school system because he had his own office there with old typewriter and things. So this, I think, is the last thing from that sale. And I need one of these like I need another hole in my head. But it was too pretty to pass up. And it was only $6. It is from Royal Cauldron, Bristol Ironstone, Bristol Garden, made by England's oldest pottery, established 1652. So I thought that was pretty. A little bit of pretty, a lot of function. It's kind of our motto around here. So anyway, I paid $32 and some change for that. I'm making sure that's all it is. Anyway, I went to the Goodwill, and at first I didn't think I was going to get anything. Wound up with 4 different items. Their color of the week was yellow, so it was half off, and Christmas was half off. So I picked these up. These are just thank you cards for Christmas. These are going to be for next year for eBay packages. They were originally, or they were $3 what Goodwill wanted for them. Originally, they were $3.95, as you can see right here. But Goodwill put $3 on them, and half off was $1.50 for those. So those will go up for eBay packages for next year. I picked this out of the linens. I got out of that house, the estate. I didn't pick up any of the linens. They had sheets and they had pillowcases galore. I didn't find any vintage aprons. Had a few doilies, but I didn't like them. Had a few tablecloths, but it was nothing I liked, and one of them I probably already had, so I left all that. So at the Goodwill, though, I found this. And you know, when you see Afghans or baby blankets, if you feel them, they feel like that fake fiber. I don't know if it's nylon, polyester. I don't know what it is. This feels very much cotton. It's just a baby blanket. It's a little small one. Very, very soft. Very soft. It was yellow, so half off of $3.99. So first thing I thought of was the kitten. We had the 2 kittens. We have given one away to a family, so we still have one. And I thought she would like this to sleep on because she has been sleeping on Oscar's old towels. I found myself a pair of pants. I never find pants in the thrift store because I have to have talls or longs, however they're listed. But I was on my way to the checkout, and I just glanced over and I saw these hanging there, and I thought those look pretty tall, and they are in my size. However, I don't know the brand. It does have these cool pockets. And this was $8.97. So half of that was $4.50. So $4.50 for a pair of black pants. Hoping they fit. And the last thing was the first thing I picked up. And I didn't know if I really wanted to pay $4 for it. I just kept it in my hands walking around because, you know, if you put it down, somebody else may come along and get it. But it was $4. And it's just a small platter. I think I have a big one or bigger one like this one, but it is the Edwin M. Knowles China Company. But you can see all that crazing and staining. And I like this little raised detail all around the ends. And I don't think it's chipped anywhere. I think it's just stained. It's just stained. It's really, really pretty. So $4 for that. So between all the sales and half off, I paid $14, I think, and some change at the Goodwill. $32 and change at the estate sale, $14 and change at the Goodwill. Nothing at the rehab store or the Habitat for Humanity restore. I walked in and walked out with nothing. That's like the second time in a row that's happened. So, and I got something in on Amazon. These, let me know if you ever use one of these. They're plate holders that fit on the back. You just, I think you wet them, put them on the back, leave them for like 24 hours, and then hang them up. So you don't have that big apparatus holding the plate. These come in today with a order that we had on Amazon. We got a few gift cards at Christmas, so we were going to use them. And one big purchase was a chandelier for our dining room. The chandelier that's there has been here probably since the house has been built, and we're kind of tired of it. And so I found one on Amazon for about $120. It came in. If I can convince my husband to put his tools to use before this video goes up, I'll try to include a picture of that. So wherever you are, I hope you're staying safe and warm and having a good January, because you know January lasts for 6 months, it seems like. Anyway, thank you for watching. We hope to see you back next time at South Georgia Home.